Okay, movies. I've always loved movies ever since I was a child. I remember having nothing to do, and still would scroll down the TV and search for a movie I like or a movie I have seen before, because I've always liked to rewatch movies to kind of feel that same feeling again. And I feel like watching movies has helped me understand my emotions and create a lot of good memories with people. So that's what movies are for me. That they are a way of connecting with people and a way for you to see new things. So in this essay or video essay, I would like to talk about how movie can change your perspective of things. Then I would also like to talk about soundtracks and how they make movies better. And finally, I'll talk about how movies have shaped my personality. Okay, how do you think a movie could change your perspective of something? There's always this meme about this meme saying, "I'm not the same person I was a movie ago," and I actually feel that with a good movie, that can be amazing, and that happens. For example, when you're watching an action movie and you see the villain and you don't know why he's acting that way, but then throughout the movie they're showing you like flashbacks and telling you facts about the villain so you can feel empathy and understand him. Maybe not, agree with what he's doing, but just to let you know that he has a reason for everything he's doing, and that's a way of for you to understand people also, and not only characters. And another thing is like challenging assumptions. I love these kind of mystery movies where there's a killer and you need to try and find out who is the killer. So throughout the movie they're giving you kind of hints, and I love when they mislead you and tell you that make you think that a character is the killer, but then suddenly uh, the killer is a character that just appeared like 3 seconds in the intro, so it has nothing to do with it, and they just make you lose time. But you were interested the whole movie. You were thinking about it. You were thinking or making scenarios in your head, saying, "Okay, maybe he's a killer, or maybe he's a killer," and you never knew until they tell you at the end of the movie. And another thing I also like, and that makes me change my perspective of a lot of things, is cultural exposure, because there's a lot of movies that are happening in just one location or in one different country, and sometimes they show you these places and they show you how things work there, and maybe there are things you didn't imagine, and obviously there are facts that are not, you know it's fictional. They are movies, but still it can be they can be very real, and they can share with you experiences that you didn't even knew, or things that you didn't even knew that happened. That's amazing. You get to know everything or every part of the world and all the problems just by watching movies. For me, one of the most important parts of movies is the soundtrack, because if you have a good soundtrack, people would be invested in the movie, people would be focused on the movie and always paying attention. That's why I think a lot of movies nowadays are using songs from the past, like from the 70s, 80s, 90s, or even 2000s, because they know that people have a feeling for those songs and those songs sell. So, and also they were better, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I also liked when movies have like they create their own soundtrack, they create songs for the movies. That's also a form of art, I think, and they can be very beautiful. Like for example, with movies, the first movies of Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I forgot his name, but the man that composed, I think it was Michael Giacchino or something like that, but he's really a genius. I mean, his music is amazing, and like it makes you feel like you're inside the movie. It is involving, and it just makes you feel like you're the character. It's amazing. It's epic. I would just say it that way. And okay, how movies have shaped my personality. I think that I've watched a lot of movies, and I've watched all types of movies. I think with my mother, I've always watched like these Disney princesses movies. I think I've seen every Disney movie with my mother, and with my father, I've seen like all these superhero movies like Iron Man, Spider Man, and that. And now every time I see those movies, it reminds me of them, or other people I would saw movies with, like for example with cousins or my brother or aunts, uncles, whatever. I just think that movies can attach feelings not only to people but to moments and how you felt in that time. And I think that I've learned a lot of things from movies. I've had a lot of good life lessons from them, and I just think that I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't seen certain movies. Like the last movie I saw was called Midnight in Paris, I think, and it had Owen Wilson, and it was like a movie with a message that I thought was really good. It was about how people can keep up their life and everything they have for an idea or for a time they thought was better. They would change everything they have now for living 2 or 3 days in the past. And I don't think that's actually a good idea now, because your past makes you who you are, and that's the reason that the past is the reason you are the way you are today. And movies make me realize that we are the decisions we make and how we manage to handle them. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it.